Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. To the paid request, this time for Vonte. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for Boxing Helena, a film that I had heard of, but I never seen. And I can see why I never saw it, because this was a piece of crap. This sucked. It's directed by Jennifer Lynch, the daughter of David Lynch. Nice people in the cast. Julian Sands, may he rest in peace. Bill Paxton, may he rest in peace. You got Kurtwood Smith from RoboCop. You got Sherilyn Fenn, who I believe she was from Twin Peaks. And of course, Julian Sands, he was in Warlock and Arachnophobia. Bill Paxton, of course, was from Aliens and Predator 2 and Twister. But yeah, as the movie goes, Julian Sands is this surgeon, and he has a girlfriend, but he keeps fixated and obsessed with this girl named Helena. I'll cut to like Helena with her boyfriend, played by Bill Paxton, who definitely play a different kind of character, very prickish. I don't want to say boyfriend, just prickish date that just wants to have sex with Sherilyn Fenn. And when he doesn't, he gets mad and upset, saying stuff like "hostile" or whatever. It's just great to see Bill Paxton. It's not the most fun or energetic role, but that's not what it called for. So it's nice to see him play something a bit different. And he just fed a nipple, from Sherilyn Fenn. So I just see why he took the job. But because of that, or Julian Sands just keeps watching, obsessing, and there's a party, and he like watches her while she's in the like sprinklers or whatever. And sooner or later, his girlfriend sees this, realizes what's going on, and decides to leave him, which I don't blame her. It somehow just looks ridiculous, like when he's looking and obsessing over Helena and sees that she has got a boyfriend, Bill Paxton. He'll like run, but as he's running, he's jogging like slow motion, and his hair is all wet. It just comes off. It's just something about that comes off as laughable. And pretty much the rest of the film is, at one point she's at this party where Julian Sands is at, left her address book, goes there. Julian Sands wants to be in love with her, wants to do stuff for her, so offers her a drink, offers her food. She's like, "You're being a weirdo, I want nothing to do with you." But Julian Sands is very, very adamant. And you can tell through certain flashes he's definitely had a history where maybe his mom or someone else didn't want anything to do with him in a certain way. And I guess the idea is that there's the Venus statue. The statue with no arms and no legs is pretty much the only one that treated him well. As in, like, he needs to love, and the only thing he can love is this object. Unless there's a person who can make it to that object. So Helena gets upset, gets the address book, leaves. She gets on the road, doesn't look both ways. There's a truck coming right towards her. Now the truck doesn't seem to slow down. She looks, and then she's, I don't know, look like a 100 feet from the damn truck and doesn't move. Just, because there's this wide shot where it's still pretty far away from her. Try to move or dodge or something. Or the guy, swerve, but no. Instead, she gets hit. And then cut to, I guess sometime later has passed, and Kurtwood Smith, who's a buddy of Julian Sands, comes by, and Julian Sands is taking care of this girl and her legs are amputated. And he's able to talk his way to get Torwood Smith to leave, saying how I love her, I want to take care of her. And then the rest of the movie is just this really boring slog to sit through where she belittles him and makes fun of him, and he's still very almost submissive and telling how much he loves her. There's a point where she gets more pissed off and tries to choke him, and it gives him a flash from the past. So the next time you see her, she has no arms. So now it's this woman who has no arms and no legs having to rely on Julian Sands to take care of her. I guess the idea is that he's, because of how she can't do anything, I guess maybe it brainwashes her so she becomes more docile and more accepting of Julian Sands' love. I guess that's the idea. But I don't think the idea was accomplished that well because, I don't know, I don't know. To me, it just didn't work at all for me. I didn't feel a chemistry with the two. It's not as graphic or gory as the idea makes it seem. Like, wait, this guy cuts a woman's legs and arms off and keeps her to make her his lover? I can imagine what this would have been if, like, David Cronenberg did this kind of movie. I think maybe it would have worked a bit better. But I think Jennifer Lynch was, 19 years old when she directed this? So maybe she just was not the right age. Didn't have the right amount of what's the word I'm looking for? The right amount of, well, I was going to say talent, recognition. Those are not the words I'm thinking of. I'm out of it. There's that one word that's in the back of my head. It's like, I know it's an obvious word. I can't. She hasn't done a whole lot. And their dialogues are just not that interesting about being honest during sex because I don't care about your feelings. Why lie? Or these games he plays where he gets a phone call, then gives her the phone. Yeah, why don't you tell the truth? She does, but no one's on the other line. Or he wheels her out when it's storming a bit out. It's like, come on, yell to that neighbor there. Come on, do something. But she doesn't. He said, I'll shoot myself to make you happy. You want to do that? I'll shoot myself to make you happy. But then she doesn't want that. She'll watch Julian Sands sleep with someone else. It's just that Julian, he's doing horrible things, but because he acts so sweet and because he acts so docile and... Brad, I get the idea. You have no arms, no legs. What more can you do? But you don't really see her go through, as stupid as that it sounds, because of course she goes through hell. She has no arms and no legs. But it's just that there's not a whole lot of moments of her contemplation and her point of view, her turmoil, what's going on with her, what's going on in her mind, what's she thinking, what's she feeling. Her mind may be warring against herself as to why she's feeling this way and why she's feeling that way, and she shouldn't be doing this. So why I should hate you? Why am I changing? But I'm guessing that's because of the ending, which I'll get to. To spoilers, it ends with Bill Paxton finding out where they're at, beating the hell out of Julian Sands. The girl saying, no, don't do it, please, please. Bill Paxton smacks the hell out of Julian Sands and leaves. Julian Sands falls to the ground. The statue's falling on him. He wakes up. It was all a dream. And I knew something might be up because, maybe not to the extent, but there's a point where, before the big event happens, where the girl gets hit by the truck, you see him stop and take pills, Julian Sands' character. And when don't know if we ever saw those pills before. I'm like, okay, so there's a reason they're having this done. Didn't know the exact reason, but there is a reason. And this is why. Because he did not keep her and do stuff to her. He did the right thing. He took her to the hospital, or an ambulance they got there, and rode with her, and she's in the hospital, and she's fine, or fine-ish. And then Julian Sands is home alone, goes up to that statue, puts his head against it, as if, yep, this is the one thing I love, and I have it here. And kind of makes the whole thing pointless. I mean, I guess you say it's being the mind of, I don't know, a misogynist or whatever you want to call Julian Sands. I guess that's the idea. But you could do that without it being the dream thing. Just seemed to be a bit of a cop-out. Part of me wondered, was this originally supposed to have a different ending, or was it always meant to have this dream ending? Maybe so, I don't know. But I would feel, even if you're into this, you would feel that ending was a cop-out. And I wasn't into the rest of it. It's not as gory or grisly or affects... it's not that kind of movie. It's not exploitation. It's not horror. Julian Sands I liked as an actor. It's cool to see Bill Paxton in there. It's still hard for me to buy. I get the idea, but it's hard for me to buy that Sherilyn Fenn's character would eventually fall for Julian Sands' character. With how little we see, again, of her turmoil and struggle. But yeah, maybe it's because we can't do that because it's the guy's dream. So if the guy's dreaming, he wouldn't be... Well, actually, you would. I mean, it's like a movie. Like, you write a script to a movie, you picture what characters would say, so you could do it that way, but... So that's not an excuse. But yeah, I don't know. It just... A lot of talk that I don't think had as much deep meaning as the movie thought it did. Not much in terms of exploitation, not much in terms of weird kookiness that you think of with her father, David Lynch. Yeah, it just wasn't for me, Boxing Helena. But if you read the synopsis, you think it's going to be much more of a grisly affair. Far, 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 far from it. And again, the dream ending just felt like, what? But that's just me. With that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.